Stop number 22 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the famed Brickyard itself. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the most prestigious racetrack in all the world. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it's the running of the Brickyard 400. This track, of course, one of two in the whole city of Indianapolis. It's home to three of the biggest races in the entire world, and two of them are held at this very racetrack. Brickyard 400 being one of them for NASCAR. It's been held at this track since every year since 1994, and of course every year since 1911. It's been home to the greatest 500-mile race in the world, the Indianapolis 500, held every Memorial Day, the greatest race on the IndyCar circuit. And of course, about 10 miles up the road from the famed Brickyard itself is the drag strip called Lucas Oil Raceway, where it's home to the NHRA U.S. Nationals. That's been held in Indianapolis every year since 1961. In other words, Indianapolis is the racing capital of the world, and you know all 41 drivers in this field would love to bring home a piece of history by winning at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway itself in this, even if it isn't in our offline series. That all said, let's get to the start line for this running event. On the pole, it is Kev Shearer in car 36. Alongside of him, Cole Deaver in number 3 in the Goodwrench Chevrolet. Pontiac and Chevrolet on the front row. Row 2, Joshua Osborne in 99, and number 4, William Brock, third row. Has 75, Jesse Turner, and number 22, Dylan Poteet is alongside. Fourth row has Shane Lake in car 30 and 66, Zachary Fitzwater. Row 5, Chris Starleton in car 60, and the number 90 car, it is the 90 car of Quentin Moore, is on the outside. Sixth row has Jessica Shelton, number 94, three-time winner of the season, and alongside of her will be Ryan Brommer in car 26. Next row, Brandon Parker in number 20, and number 43, Joshua Collard. Next row down after that will be car number 45, Seth Cullen. Beside him will be car number 2, Dylan Young is alongside. Next row down has car 24, Kyle Matthews, and alongside of him, number 97, Zach Winkle is alongside. Kyle, one of our 3 drivers carrying our in-car cameras in today's event. Next row down, Johnny Gardner in 25 and Keith Batson in 88. Next row down after that will be car number 11, Emmanuel Hartnett. And number 1, it is Jay Jefferson's alongside. Next row after that would be Cat Batson, who won the last race on the tour at Talladega in the Die Hard 528 Texaco Haviland Ford. And Phil Parker, car number 5, is alongside. Next row down, we'll have car number 12, Rob Evans, and number 42, Charles Sanford, who won at Pocono this season. And Evans has won 2 of the big Crown Jewel races of the season, the 600 at Charlotte and, of course, the Daytona 500. Next row down, Paul Minnick in number 77 and number 71, it is Alex Miller. Next row down has James Henry in 33 and Sky Commons in number 9. Next row, Matt Haas in 18, and beside him will be Henry Sanford in 55. Then it's Nathan Hudson in 31, and beside him number 40, Nathan Orman, a pair of Nathans in that row. Then it's Marcus Sachi in 21 and Mike Becker in 44. Next row down after that will be car 10, Mitchell Collins, and number 16, Julius Anderson. Then it's Jordan Lopez, first off a third at Talladega in the last race in the tour, and number 6, the Valvoline Ford, and Casey Nanico in number 7. And starting shotgun in the field will be car 23. Adam Flickinger is starting shotgun in last place. We mentioned Kyle Matthews will be carrying an in-car camera, so too will Jessica Shelton, and so too will Cole Deaver. Those 3 will be carrying in-car cameras in today's event. Here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the 2.5-mile rectangle-shaped racetrack. Remember, we were at Pocono 2 races prior to that. Kind of a similar type racetrack, except it was a triangle shape. So, we'll see what happens here as this race goes along there. The pole speed for this event, 194 miles per hour around this racetrack here at the Brickyard. So we'll see what happens here today. Here comes the command to fire the engines for this, the Brickyard 400 at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Points battle so far coming in this event here, obviously, will be it's basically just a two-driver race for the championship for the moment. And that would be, of course, obviously, and that's, of course, the points battle between a winless Keith Batson so far this season, and, of course, and contrast that to a three-time winner this season so far, Jessica Shelton. Those two are the first and second place drivers in the points. Shelton has the lead currently in the points, with Batson close behind in second position. He's not that far behind despite not winning a race, but he has had a good enough average finishing position this season to kind of keep it close. And so we'll see what happens here as this race goes along in Indianapolis. 24 laps of distance here today on this 2.5 mile rectangle shaped racetrack. So we'll see what happens. You'll see the field coming through the north end of the racetrack here. Pontiac on the pole. Kev Shear, who won a season at Martinsville. Cole Deaver, who won a season at Texas this season. Joshua Osborne starts third. He won at North Wilkesboro in the First Union 400. While number 4, William Brock, and number 75, Jesse Turner, have not yet won this season. Remaining winners in that top 10, of course, is Poteet and Dollarton. Green flag flies, and we are underway in the Brickyard 400. And boy, Deaver's about got turned right there. You see by Shane Lake as they come off the fourth corner here. And I thought Deaver was gone at that point. Nonetheless, though, Kev Shear leads the first lap of this race here. Second is Osborne. Third is Turner. Deaver looking for third position, I should say, on the car of Jesse Turner as you ride with Cole Deaver in car number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevy. First lap tied at 188 miles per hour around Indy. There's the view from Kyle Matthews' vantage point, number 24. He is running right now in 14th position. Right there behind Seth Cole at number 45, Dylan Poteet in 22. Actually make that 12th place right now for Matthews. He's moved up a bit, but now as soon as I say that, Quentin Moore and Brandon Parker have all gotten by him. And there's Jessica Shelton's view in car number 94. She runs 7th at the moment. And she has our in-car camera in today's event as well, too, as we ride with her. All three of them carry roof cams. Matthews has our front bumper cam, while Deaver has the back bumper cam as well. And you see Shelton 216 miles an hour into turn number 1, excuse me, she goes. This front bunch here staying single file formation right here. Here comes Osborne to the inside of Jesse Turner for second place as they go into turn number 3. And Cole Deaver's going to follow him right there as he's being followed by Chris Dollarton and Jessica Shelton. Shelton now looks low on Dollarton right now for position as they go through turns 4. As Dollarton and Shelton just about got together a little bit coming off the turn. Osborne falls back in behind Turner, but cuts in front of Deaver. Now Deaver looks low on Osborne. Nothing doing at the moment right now for those two. as they stay in single file formation. I think the yellow flag's flown for the first time. Yes, it has. And it's William Brock in car number 4 that has spun. And see the damage on the number 4 Kodak Film Chevy. Darn shame for Brock. He started this race in 4th position in car number 4, matching his car number. So first caution flying on the 4th lap at the Brickyard 400 as Kev Shearer won respect to the start-finish line. And let's see what happens as they went. This whole incident came off turn number 4. He was running in 9th place when this all happened. Dylan Pote gets a good run underneath him right there. Brock tries to block, though, and of course, as you see right there, Pote runs him up the track, and into the wall goes Brock. Pancake the side of that number 4 Kodak Film Chevy. Brock's still back in the race, though, as he is, Brock's still in the race, so as he is currently right now shown in last position at the moment, obviously 41st as the field's about good timing too. So I think they're about to be ready to come through turn 4 to restart here. We'll be on lap number 9 here at the Brickyard 400 as Kev Shearer leads. Again, second position is Jesse Turner. Third is Joshua Osborne. Fourth is Cole Deaver. Fifth is Chris Dalton. Sixth is Jessica Shelton. Seventh right now is Zachary Fitzwater. 8th is Shane Lake. 9th, Seth Cole. And 10th is Quentin Moore as the green flag flies. We're back underway on lap number 9. We are 8 down and 16 to go at the Brickyard. Jesse Turner looking to the low side of the racetrack as they go through turns. Through turn number 2. Let's see what happens as they go on the backstretch here. Osborne takes the peak to the low side. Turner stays tucked in behind Shearer. Meantime, Osborne and Turner, a tight draft on the backstretch. In the third turn they go at about well over 210 miles an hour. And Osborne goes to second place right now as they go to turn off turn 3. And now Deaver decides to look low and Turner's low. He just about Deaver just about turned around Jesse Turner as they come off turn number 4. Now Shelton tries to push Deaver now as they're doubled up side by side. So Deaver goes to 3rd, Shelton goes to 4th. Now Jessica Shelton's view as they come off turn number 3, riding with the number 94 McDonald's Ford. She'll go into turn number 3 at about turn number 1, I should say, at 213 miles an hour. Seth Cole at the 5th position. Turner drops to 6th spot at the moment. Matthews up to 7th. Fitzwater to 8th. Brandon Parker now up to 9th. And Emmanuel Hartnett with a push from Quentin Moore right now is up to 10th position. Now trying for 9th. Poteet's behind him, as is the 77 Paul Minnick. Riding with Kyle Matthews right now in 7th place. And there's the look from the front bumper cam of the 24 machine. Looking right at the back bumper of Jesse Turner's machine. Kev Shearer continues to lead with Osborne, Deaver, and Shelton right there behind. Seth Cole again running in 5th. And here comes Cole Deaver to the low side of Osborne. That's for 2nd place. The old Thunder's off the 3rd turn now as the two gets very close with each other as they come off the 4th turn now. Now Deaver goes to 2nd place. Shelton the 3rd spot now. Back over Deaver's car, looking right at that big M on the McDonald's Ford. Here comes Shelton for 2nd place now on Deaver. He has to back off just a bit. Shelton to 2nd place now as they come off turn number 2. Keep your eye on that 94 car. Shelton did say this is one of the races she wants to win. She wants to win the Brickyard. She does have a crown jewel win, as a matter of fact, in the series. So she won the Southern 500 twice at Darlington, which we'll be heading to about, I think, 4 races from now. We got Watkins going up next, and then Michigan, Bristol, and then Darlington. So that's basically it. Nobody's made a move on Kev Shearer for the lead just yet. 10 laps to go at the Brickyard. Cole Deaver trying to close up on Shearer's car. Kev Shearer, as we mentioned, won at Martinsville this season. Led every lap in that event. After starting in 2nd position, he started from the pole so far here today, Indy, and he's led every lap so far today. But those drivers from behind him, they're not making it easy on him. The Deaver's closing up on Shearer at the moment as they come through turns 3 and as he comes through turn 4. Deaver closing up in that 3 car here to come down the front stretch. 15 in the books, 9 to go here at Indy. And here comes Shelton and Osborne. They've made it all up now. That's 3rd and 4th here. Shelton to the low side of Deaver as they come on the back stretch. Shelton for 2nd place. I don't know why they can't. I don't know why they can make a move like that for 2nd place. I don't know. They can make a move like that for 2nd place. They should be able to do it for the lead. I don't know why they don't want to do it for the lead. That's the question. Osborne in the 3rd spot here. Here comes Deaver, and watch that move. He shoves Osborne up the track. They go into through turns 3 and through turn 1, I should say. And Osborne, look at Osborne go backwards now as Seth Cole looks slow on him. Now Kyle Matthews and Fitzwater and Turner as well. And meantime, here comes Shelton for 2nd place for the lead on Shearer. She's not letting him get away. This, in fact, was the same top 2 at Martinsville, as a matter of fact. Shelton finished 2nd in that event. She looks low on Shearer for the lead. Scoops up some clean air and tucks back in behind. Shelton to the low side for the lead on Kev Shearer for the number 1 spot. They come off turn number 1. Shelton to the lead now is now 7 to go. Jessica Shelton started this race in 11th position, and she has got a very fast car right now. But Kev Shearer says, "Hey, I want that lead back," and they go into turn number 3 now. He stays close up on behind Shelton's car. This time by will be 6 laps to go. This will be 18 laps in the books. Shearer to the low side of Shelton now. Is he gonna make a move on the front stretch? He does. Shelton led that lap the last time by. Now Shearer to the low side and takes the lead back into turn number 3. This happening on lap number 19 as this event, and here comes Deaver to the left side, and he's got the lead. All right, it's got 2nd place. Excuse me. All my excitement. I'm commentating this on all my excitement. Shelton tries to throw the block on Deaver now. Now Matthews now looks on now tries to go inside it. Now it goes with Deaver now. Osborne follows Matthews, and now Seth Cole's the one hung up to the high side now. And Shelton says, "Oh no, you don't, Kev," as they go down the front stretch. In the turn number 1, they go here. Shelton's on the low side as they thunder in the turn number 1 again, and Shelton takes the lead once again. Jessica Shelton now deploys first. Sheer to second place now. And she's pulling ahead just a little bit. Now Matthews and Osborne. They now form a line to the low side. Here comes Kyle Matthews for second place, and he's got it. Matthews, who lost a lot of points after getting caught up in the big one at Talladega. He comes in this race third in the standings coming in this race, but up ahead of him is the one leading the points, and that's Shelton on her as she makes a quest for her 5th championship. Matthews trying to get back for his shot at a 3rd. Sheared down back to 3rd position. Osborne to 4th. 5th to Seth Cole. Fitzwater up to 6th place now. Deaver to 7th. 8th to Turner. 9th to Hartnett. Dollarton to 10th. Poteet 11th. And 12th is, Quentin Moore. Then Kat Batson, Brandon Parker, Keith Batson, Dylan Young, Paul Minnick, James Henry, Sky Cummins, and Rob Evans. That's the top 20. As Shane Lake has fallen back to a 21st position now in the 30 car after having been up in the field for early part of this race. Osborne to the low side of Kev Shearer. That's for 3rd. And here comes Matthews. He's up on the back bumper of Shelton's car. Front bumper came of Matthews' car. They go into turn number 3. Shelton now fights back to the outside of the racetrack here. Matthews to the low side as they go through turns 3. And as they come through turn 4, he moves Shelton up the track here. They come up turn number 4. Nothing doing for Matthews. Front stretch now. He lets low side. Sharon puts the bumper to Matthews for a lead. 2 to go. Matthews to the top spot. And here comes Kev Shearer. Kev Shearer, who led the most laps in this race so far here today. Kyle Matthews looking for his 3rd victory of the season. He won at Pocono, and he also won at Richmond. Off turn number 4 they come. They will see the white flag this time by Kyle Matthews. Comes down the front stretch. He will lead the 23rd lap in this race here. White flag, 1 to go. Shelton low on Shearer. And the yellow flag's flown again. And that is going to be the race right there. Kyle Matthews is going to win the Brickyard 400 for the first time in his career. And apparently the crash involving Zach Winkle coming to the white flag in this race. Well, you hate to see a race end under a caution flag, though, but it is what it is. As this race comes to its conclusion, they'll go into turn number 3. And boy, for comments, that caution could not have come at a more opportune time than it did, because Shearer was coming on him for that win. But nonetheless, it is 3 victories this season for Kyle Matthews, the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. Shearer comes from 2nd, 3rd to Shelton, 4th to Osborne, 5th to Seth Cole, Deaver for 6th, 7th will go to Fitzwater, 8th will go to Hartnett, 9th to Jesse Turner, and 10th position will go to Chris Dollarton. And so at an agonizingly slow 70 miles per hour, they will come to the start. They will come across the checkered flag. And there it is. Kyle Matthews wins the season 23 Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. And we are going to check on you right now on what happened to cause that last yellow flag of the day with 2 laps remaining in this race. Zach Winkle was running in 26 when this all happened. He was on the outside of Matt Haas in the 18 car. And here he comes. He now tries to block the 16 of Julius Anderson to the low side of the track. Anderson just drives up into the 97 car and just slams that wall, just like we saw William Brock do earlier. In fact, about the same position as William Brock was put in earlier. And Winkle will drive away, I think is what happens. Russellville just drives off here, but that will do it today in the Brickyard 400 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Kyle Matthews gets his 3rd victory of the season. And what an epic duel that was between Kev Shearer, and Jessica Shelton down to the wire. What an epic duel that was. It really was. Average speed 149.936 here. We gave you the top 10 already. Quentin Moore finishes 11th, 12th Cat Batson, 13th Dylan Poteet. Brandon Parker, got to call to him, finishing 14th in today's event. I think it's his best finish of the season, I think. Keith Batson 15th, Dylan Young 16th, Paul Minnick, James Henry, Sky Cummins, and Shane Lake the top 20, excuse me. Rob Evans 21st, 22nd, Nathan Ormond 23rd will go to Charles Sanford. Not a good day for Charles, unfortunately, for him, points-wise. Same with Johnny Gardner, 24th. Then rest of the order right here. Marcus Sachi, Jay Jefferson, Matt Haas, Nathan Hudson, Julius Anderson, and Mike Becker in the top 30. Then Brommer, Miller, Henry Sanford, Mitchell Collins, Phil Parker, Joshua Collard, Casey Nanico, Winkle, and Flickinger, the top 30 cars were finished on the lead lap in this event here today. Jordan Lopez out of the race because of a problem and then a gearbox failure for William Brock knocked him out of the race. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA set code desires for this channel. And be sure to check out our other series and our cavalcade of offline series from the NNSCRA. That includes the Darcel Cup Series, the Western All-Pro Series, and the Marvel Studios Cup Series, also from the NNSCRA. Be sure to check those series out as well. And so you will not regret checking those races out, neither from the NNSCRA here from the NNSCRA. So that will do it today. So that's the Brickyard 400 is history for season 23. Again, congratulations to Kyle Matthews, who wins this season's event. And so for now, it's James Qualls, a member production of the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We will see you at Watkins Glen for the 3rd and final stop on the road course.